Now for the finally, just confirm me. Now you are able to see the screen as well as I am audible. Okay, friends. Let's start now. Thank you, friends. So, friends, we have covered many topics in last 7 days, and today we are covering today is our eighth class, and in this class we will be learning about pivot table. This is one of the most important part of Excel, and we have to learn this very each and every minute point of this pivot table very sincerely and very with full concentration, so that it will help you in your day to day working. So, friends, in pivot table we will be covering pivot. So there are two options available in pivot table, that you can make the pivot table in the same sheet, or pivot table in the different sheet. But friends, the question is why we need to make pivot table, why we need to prepare pivot table. Friends, pivot table provides you so many facilities, particularly when you want to prepare any data for any kind of presentation, or you want to make a summary of pivot table, make a summary of a particular data which you are having. uh, for that, this pivot table provides a lots of useful platform where you can prepare so many your summarized data in a very useful manner. So there are so many things which you need to keep in mind while prepare pivot table. So we will be discussing all the precautions which we need to take while preparing pivot table. And by during the class we will be covering today, friends, today we are covering only basic part of the pivot table in today's session. And since the pivot table is a little broader command, so we will be covering this, we'll try to cover this topic pivot table in 2 days. So in today's session we will covering only the basic part required for making pivot table, and tomorrow we will cover some advanced part which are available in pivot table, like preparation of different charts, diagram, and everything, and usage of pivot table. And today we will covering the basic part. So let's friend start the pivot table, how we can prepare a pivot table. Friends, for preparing pivot table we have to keep in mind so many points, like first you need to ensure the sanctity of data, and the format of the data. Friends, all these you have to keep in mind, that the each and every column have one heading. Each and every column have one heading, otherwise pivot table will not uh, allow you to make allow you to use the command. So friends, let's understand this data available in this pivot table. Before using pivot table you have to be everything in your mind, that what kind of data is available in the pivot table. So without understanding the pivot table data in the table, you will not be able to perfectly or perfectly use the pivot table to your fullest satisfaction. So beforehand you have to understand each and every data available in the table. So in this table we have a party code. Friends, we have been using this table for all our different classes, be it is filter or sorting or VLOOKUP. So we have used the same table so that you can have a grasp of the data which we are using. So friends, in this table we have first column. First column is for code. Party code is there. In your next column, it is party name. So the consignee or the buyer. Third column is for place. Fourth column is quantity. Quantity is the purchase quantity which we have purchased from a particular party and from a particular city. Uh, then next column is for value. Value is the purchase value. That is the cost price for which we have purchased it from the party. Then we have the gross value. So friends, let's start. And again see, every column has one heading. There is a no column which is blank. Then the data is perfectly, no blank is available in the column. So friends, let's prepare a pivot table. So what are the commands available for pivot table? Let's use. So for inserting a pivot table, friends, first you need to select the entire data. First you need to select the entire data. How you can select the data in a single command we have already covered, by pressing Ctrl Shift End button, or by pressing Ctrl Shift right and down arrow. So by this way you can also utilize this selection of the entire data. Now for inserting, how you can insert the pivot table? Friends, first you need to go to insert option available in the tab. Go to insert option available in the tab, and in that tab there is an option called pivot table. So there is an option called pivot table. So friends, just click over here. Once you click over here, one dialog box will appear. So in this dialog box there is an option. In the first tab you will be seeing that select a table or a range. So here we have already selected. In the next tab is available that new worksheet or existing worksheet. So friends, I will show you first in the new worksheet, and in the later on I will show you in the existing worksheet. So let's go with new worksheet. So friends, by default the tab will be auto selected in the new worksheet. So friends, as soon as you press the button OK, it will create a new worksheet where you will be finding the pivot table and all the options available for pivot table. That tab will be there. So let's press OK. So friends, we have already pressed OK. So we were earlier in sheet named table 1. Now after inserting pivot table, it has created a new sheet. This sheet name is sheet 7. So let's mark it as a, rename it as a pivot 1. So we are just marking it as a pivot 1. So friends, now after inserting pivot table, you will be seeing this one pivot area is available here. So this, I think you let me zoom it. So friends, you just see over here, after inserting pivot table, you are able to see this pivot area. So hope you can see it. So let's zoom out. Pivot table, once your cursor is in within the pivot table area, this pivot table field list automatically appears. Once your cursor is out of the pivot table, the field list automatically vanishes. So for bringing back the pivot table field list, you have your cursor have to be have within within your pivot table area. So friends, as we know, we already know the data available in the column. So data available in the columns are: first is code, second is party name, third is place, fourth is quantity, next is value, purchase value. Let me just change it the name of, okay, I'll change you later. Purchase value, then gross value. So now I need a kind of data that I need data, say it's up to it is based on the need based requirement. So suppose I need a data for city wise purchase. I need data for city wise purchase. First let's see how we can prepare this city wise purchase quantity or the amount. So friends, in the pivot table field, let's understand this pivot table field first. In the pivot table field, in the pivot table field, uh, all the column headings will appear in this first box. The first box is choose field to add to report. So there are all the columns, you see all the column of code, consignee name, place, quantity, value, gross value, all are appearing. संतोष की ओर फोन करिए ना, बोलिए हम क्लास ले रहे हैं. So friends, these all columns are appearing: uh, gross value, value, quantity, place, consignee and code. So okay, so this is the first field. Then the next field is report filter. Report filter, this field is utilized for using filter option. If we need to say there are so many cities available where from we have purchased the quantity. So for filtering out the cities, if I say I want to know about purchase quantity from the few cities only, so this filter report will be effective one. Then there is a column label. So say again, if I want the report in the format like party wise, column wise, city wise, so the party will be at the row label and the column at the column label will be name of the city. So we'll show in the practical scenario. So then it will make you more clear. Then there is a row label. So all the data will appear as a row label, and there is a value field. So in value field, so here the quantity, here the numerical value will appear. So friends, you have to keep in mind, in value field only numerical values will appear. No text value will appear. No text can appear under value field. So this you have to keep in mind while preparing your pivot table. So let's friend start with a small pivot table that our requirement is to prepare city wise list of quantity purchased. So so I want the city under row label. So I will select this place, and after selecting this place I will drop down it in the row label. So friends, now you see I have dropped down this place in the row label. Now you see uh, all the cities are appearing. Okay. So and again, by default, this data appears in alphabetical order. So again, this is again a point to see or to ensure that this data is appearing in alphabetical order. So this is also point to be noted that every data will appear in the ascending order. If you are taking a kind numerical value, then that will also appear in the ascending order. So now this city has appeared in the at the row label. Row label, why row label? You see in row number 5, 6, 7 like this, all data is appear. Now I want the quantity. The quantity of the items, summation of the quantity which I have purchased from each city. So let's see. So I will put the quantity in the value box. In the value box, so it will add up all the quantity in the against each and every city. So friends, now summation of all the quantity has appeared. Let me just zoom in. Friends, if you have any point or any for understanding, please just let me know, so that everything gets cleared only at the time of our class only. Friends, can you confirm if I am audible properly? Okay, I'll repeat. Can you confirm whether voice is clear? Can you confirm? Okay, okay, friends. Let me continue then. Thank you, friends. I'm repeating again. Shall I repeat from the inception, or let me begin with the pivot table available? So friends, let me repeat it again. So from the pivot table, you have to just select the table and then go to insert and click on the pivot table. Here one box will appear. As soon as you click OK, a new sheet will be created, and in the new sheet this pivot table will appear. So and once your cursor is within this pivot table area, you will be able to see the field list. Under field list there are 5 boxes. First box is for the all the columns which you have selected for preparing the pivot table. In the next box, it's the report filter. So here the usage I will we will be learning later on in the class, in this session. And then there is a column level, so where you can put your data column wise. And there is a row level. Here you can put column as a row wise. For example, just in this table we have taken place in a row level. So so the presentation is like that, that name of the place are appearing in each and every row. Friend, just a minute. Someone wants to repeat the since inception. Friends, if you have missed the class, if you have joined late, then I will be uploading this video on the YouTube. You can go through it. If you have any confusion, we can take up in tomorrow's session. All the queries we can take up in the tomorrow's session. Friends, let's continue. So once you once your box in this pivot table area, you will be able to see the field list. So we have observed that we have taken place in this row level, and the quantity in the value box. So now the summation of each and every quantity is appearing. Let's check check the sanctity of the data. The pivot table is calculating each and every field perfectly. Say suppose for Agra, for the location Agra, the quantity is 602. For the location Agra, the quantity is 602. Let's check this quantity. Go to table and we will filter Agra and let's see how much quantity is there. So here if you just put a total, the total quantity is 603. There is a fraction. So now you can see 602.6. So the quantity is here 602.6. So friends, here the quantity is also 602.6. So it means the pivot table is calculating all the data perfectly. There is no error, summation error in the pivot table which we have prepared. So friend, this is one option that I have taken. That I have taken. Friends, I am getting some message that I am not audible. Can you again just confirm if I am audible? Okay, thank you, friends. So now, now let me take this. Now let me take this data. Now let me take this data in column level. Now let me take this data in column level. So I am taking a place in column level. So what will happen? You just see over here, friends. What has happened? The all the name of the places which were appearing in all the row. Now all the places are appearing in the column. So you just see over here, all the places are appearing over like this. So friends, so this is again the playing with the data with the help of pivot table. So once you are doing practice, so once you are doing practice, you can play with the data. The type of report you want to create, it will always depend upon your choice of field. So I am again taking this place in our row level. So now friends, I want every place wise and party wise quantity. So I want a report that every place and place wise party wise quantity, so that how I can make this place wise party wise. So I'll put party below the place. I'll put party below the place in the row level. So now friends, you can see in the table, you can see in the table that place is appearing. Under the place there are two party is Hari and Company and PK Fashion. And here again one more important thing is there. One more important thing is there, that the total of the place, total of place of the entire quantity is coming, and below this party wise breakup is appearing. Party wise breakup is appearing over here. And again you see place wise and party wise this report is appearing. But sometimes now you don't require this total of the quantity appearing against the place. You don't require total of the quantity appearing against the place. So what you need to do, uh, now you have to arrange this party and the place column in the separate column. So here what is happening, in the same column place name and party name is appearing. So if I can bifurcate this place and party under the different column, then then you will be able to see uh, that the total is not appearing against the place. So how we can do this? You just drop down over here for setting up different column for each and every like data for like place and consignee name. I want these to be appear under the different column. So how we can do this? Go to field setting, go to field setting, go to field setting, and then friends, click on this none. I will let you know the each and importance of each and every field, but let me just complete this pivot table. Then I'll come to the explanation of each and every field in appearing in this tab. So in the what I have done, first in the at the first tab in this dialog box under the first tab of subtotal and filter, so I have taken none. None means the this will not create a subtotal against the place name. So against the place name, as you can see, there is a subtotal appearing against each and every place. So I don't want this subtotal, so you have to keep you have to select this none radio button over here. Then go to layout and print. So here in the layout, I want name of the party should appear in the next column, not in the same column where the name of the place is. So so here is the option, show item label in a tabular form. So if you select this tabular form, what will happen? The name of the party will appear in the next column. So let's make it okay. Once I make it okay, so the subtotal will not appear and name of the party will appear in the next column. So now see friends, this is what the table will look like. So so here earlier what was happening, that the name of party was appearing under the same column below the name of the place. Now the party name is appearing in the next column and subtotal has also disappeared. Only the quantity. So friends, I think this is again kind of presentation. So it's only a kind of play that you would like to have with your data. So just do R&D with your data. So what kind of data is there, and you don't have to to keep in mind any concern regarding the working of and the sensitivity of the data. So the pivot table, whatever data are appearing, uh, first you need to keep in mind, need to ensure that the whatever data you are taking for preparing pivot table have all the cell formats are perfect. So so here friends, this is a kind of like table appearing over here. So here now friends, let me again you friends, by default in a pivot table one filter appears automatically over here. So here what you can do, you can filter out city wise, you can filter out here city wise data, you can filter out here city wise data. Now if you want to select if you want the data should be for a particular city, you just deselect it and select say only one city, press ok. So the data for one city will automatically appear over here. So now the data for a one city called Agra is appearing. Hari and Company, PK Fashion, this is the total quantity uh, which you have purchased from these two parties in that city. So again, if I want to select multiple city, so you can select say multiple city. For example, Agra, Canada, Delhi, Guwahati, and just press OK. So I have selected 4-5 cities. So 4 cities are appearing over here, and name of the parties are also appearing over here. So from whom uh, you have purchased whatever quantity you have purchased. So friends, this was just a simple table which I have prepared. Uh, now let me do something some more like advanced level of this pivot table. So let's move on to next table. But before moving, let me again show you some more facts in this table. So friends, now I want value of the quantity which I have purchased. So I can just drop down here. So the value summation of the value will appear in the next column in the value field, and I want the gross value also should be there. So I will take this gross value again here. So friends, by inserting just the column in the this summation level, you will be able to see that each and every column summation is appearing before the party within that city. Now I want only the place wise. So just I have removed the party name. I just taken out that party name the field level only. So now only party wise place wise data is appearing over here. Place wise data is appearing over here. So friends, this is all about our some simple table. Now let's go to little more complex data. Let's friends come to our new table. First, before coming to this table, let us understand first the data appearing over this table. So friends, uh, here the name of the table is first, again the party name is there. Then I'll let me just remove this column. Then invoice number is appearing, invoice type is there, invoice date is there, invoice value is there, place of supply is there, and supply, whether supply is under reverse charge or not, it is appearing in this column, and rate of GST is there, and then the taxable value is there, and then tax amount under IGST, CGST and SGST appearing over here, and this is a sys. So this is what the table is. But friends, uh, before preparing this data, let me make sure that each and every data format of the data in each and every cell is perfectly appearing or not. Let's see. Friends, here the name of the party is appearing perfectly. You can see in the drop down, and then invoice column is also perfect. Type of invoice is there, then date. Friends, you have to keep in mind whether the date column, whether this date is system recognized date or not. This you have to keep in mind. We have already covered this part under our text to column class, where we have covered text to column class. We have already covered the method for conversion of date into system recognized date. So by this drop down we can see if there is a grouping of the data as per the like year and the month. So you will be able to see, you will be able to understand that the date format of the date is recognized by the system, and it is system. uh, so now let's move on to next data. So here the invoice value is appearing over here, so it's also perfectly appearing. Next, just a minute friend, some issue. Next, move on to next column. Hence, if you see in this taxable value, all the numbers are appearing with left alignment, are appearing in the left alignment, and if you just select few of them, it is not adding up automatically. So if you are selecting up all the data, it is not adding up automatically. So it means there is issue with the such data. So why such issue is there? The issue is because of the this data, these numbers are not recognized by the system. These data is not recognized by the system because this is being recognized as a text. This also we have covered while our previous class in conversion of text into number with the help of text to column option. So let's see the impact of everything in our pivot table. So friends, the basic characteristics of a pivot table is that each and every column must have the heading. Each and every column must have the heading. Suppose if I delete the heading of this column and I want to now insert a pivot table, let's see what will happen. I have selected the entire data. Now I want to insert the pivot table. What I'll do, I'll go to insert, then press on insert pivot table. So if I insert pivot table, one dialog box will appear. Over here you have to press OK, and this by automatically create one pivot table in the new worksheet in the same file. So press OK, but as soon as I press OK, this will show one error message. What the error message is showing? It is showing the pivot table field name is not valid. The pivot table field is not valid. To create a pivot table report, you must use data that is organized as a list with labeled columns. So if you are changing the name of the pivot table field, you must type a new name of the field. So it means this pivot table, you cannot insert a pivot table every unless there are name appearing against each and every column. So so friends, we have removed the date of this name of this column. So let's put it again over here. So we have placed name of this column as a invoice date. Now let's insert a table, pivot table for this data. So press OK. Once you press OK, uh, this pivot table area is appearing over here, and pivot table field is appearing over here. So friends, you will be seeing each and every field is appearing in this uh, box, pivot table field box. Then there are four boxes are over there. Now friends, I will show you one more little. Let's upgrade our table to the next level. So friends, suppose I want rate wise purchase. I have done. I want GST rate wise purchase. I have done. So let's rate should be in the row level. So there are five rates are appearing. Say 3%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. So these are the five level of rates for which I have purchased the goods from different parties from different cities. So I want rate wise purchase and as well as the tax amount. So I'll take the taxable value in this field. So friends, after taking this taxable value in the field, it's not appearing as a value, but it is appearing as a count. So friends, you can see count of taxable value. Friends, you are able to see a count as a taxable value, not as a sum of the taxable value. So what is the reason? why this count is appearing and not the sum is appearing. So friends, there are two reason. First, the system is not able to recognize the numbers. The reason is the system is not able to recognize the number. And uh, so friends, someone is asking why error has come. So if you can just, are you talking about the error of the like taxable value or something else? So if it is taxable value, then I'll just let you know. Or if you want any other kind of error, you just let me know in the chat box. So I'm just continuing with this. So friend, just whatever your query is, you just mention the query perfectly, so that we can take it up. So here the taxable value is appearing as a count, not as a sum. Let me check my data first. So if I go to my table here, this again, you see all the numbers are appearing in left alignment. Numbers are appearing in left alignment and not as a right alignment, which the numbers important characters, that every number. Okay, so every number have left alignment. So this is because of friend, because of this number is not recognized in number format by the table, by the excel sheet, your worksheet, but instead it is being recognized as a text. So let's first convert these text into number. First convert these text into number. How we can convert this text into number? You have to utilize the function of text to column, which we have already covered friend. So just I am applying text to column function. So I am inserting this text to column function. So friends, you don't have to do anything over here. I have just chosen this text to column option available under data, uh, data tab. And after that, friends, you need not to do any kind of selection over here. You just press on next, next, and then finish. So friends, now you will be seeing that after selecting this, now you see friends, this summation is automatically appearing over here. Summation is automatically appearing over here. So it means the system is able to recognize the numbers, but the friends number are still in left alignment. So by selecting it, if you are using separator, it will automatically, if you are using separator, it will automatically left align. And the presentation of the numbers will also appear perfectly. Someone have query regarding this invoice date part. Friends, I'll show you the conversion, the invoice date part, how the dates are converted. uh, Here, since the dates are already converted in system recognized format, but if you find that the dates are not under system recognized format, what you can do, you can just select the date and go to text to column, go to data, and there is an option called text to column. Over here under delimited radio button, under delimited option, you just press next for the two times. First next and then again next. Here you will find date, and the format of the date is appearing over here. So whatever format you have the date appearing in your column, you just select the existing format. And then after selecting the existing format, click over finish. After just as soon as you finish this part, system will recognize the data under date format. So here our data is already under date format. So friends, we have corrected the number part under this column. So let's move on to our pivot table. We have already covered here pivot table. So already created our pivot table over here. Now I will since we have updated our table here, we have updated our table too by updating the numbers, by updating the number as a system recognized number. Since we have updated, so we have to refresh our pivot table. Since we have done one updation in the table, so I have to refresh the data. So now I have refreshed it, but friends, still you are able to see this count is still appearing, not the summation, not the summation. So I had one error in the data, that the value of the column, taxable value of the column was not in the system recognized format. So I have already covered that, but still it is not appearing as a summation, it is appearing as a count. So what I need to do, friends, just click over in this drop down option. Under drop down option, there is a value field setting. Just click on this value field setting. Now you will find there are lots of options are available, like summation, count, average, max, minimum, and product, and lots of things are appearing. Count number or standard deviation, so variance, so all these are appearing over here. So we will cover one by one in our session later on. So let's move on. Friend, just a minute, wait, let me finish this. Then what you need to do, friend, you just click on this summation option, sum option, and then press OK. So once you press OK, now you friends, you are able to see this summation option is summation is available. Sum of the purchase value is appearing. You just use separator for this column. Once you use separator, this presentation will be presentation will come perfectly. This data is coming in the presentable format. So now friends, I have rate wise purchase value. So again, now you can, what you can do, now you can put all the rate column also over here. So now you can see summation of IGST, summation of CGST, and summation of SGST. So all the taxable values are appearing over here. All the taxable tax under each and every rate appearing over here. So friends, this is again one part which I have covered, the recognition of the data in the column and the refreshing of the data. Once you make any changes in the table, you have to coming to the table, you have to refresh it, then you can utilize the table. Now friends, let us see. I want purchase value month wise. I want purchase value month wise. So how you can do purchase value month wise? So friend, rate wise and month wise, right? So let's first see purchase value as a month wise, then I'll cover purchase value as a rate wise and then month wise. So friends, this there is a column of invoice date. So let's put this invoice date under row level. So here you will find, friends, as soon as you take this purchase date or invoice date in row level, so now you will find that date wise purchase is appearing. You will be finding that date wise purchase is appearing. So friends, my requirement was to drive the data month wise and not the date wise. So friends, how you can convert this date wise purchase into month wise purchase? So friends, coming to this, let just click over first date. After clicking over here, you will find there is an option available. I have clicked on the right click. After clicking right click, so option available is group and ungroup. Option available is group and ungroup. You just press on group. As soon as you press on group, so a number of options are available. Now, so what after selection of this, what the system will do? System will group the data as per your selection. Say if I select month, the system will group all the dates into months. If I select quarter, selection and deselect this month, system will group all the dates into quarter wise. If I select year, so system will convert or group all the dates into year. Let's see what will happen if I select year and I press OK. So now you see the year 2018 and 2019 is appearing over here. Year 2018 and 2019. So friends, but I wanted uh, month wise. So very fine. Again, I'll right click over here and then I'll go to group. I will go to group. Friends, we'll take if there is any query, if you have any understanding issue uh, in our from this session we can cover it up, and if you are practicing in your system and you are facing if any issues, we will take up this issue after the end of the session. So friends, here we have chosen year. Now I choose month only. I'll deselect this year. Then what will happen if I put OK? So now you see friends, this month wise total is coming. Month wise total taxable value is coming for the month of January, February, March, and then August, September, all these kind of thing. Friend, it is not again clear to me whether this January is for 2018 or for 2019. So so it may be like that. So I have to select two option, that is option 1 for the month, option 2 is for the year. So I'll again go to that option, that is option for grouping. I'll go to group, then I'll select year again. So I'll select month and then year. Now I'll press OK. So after pressing OK, now you friends see there's 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 date wise, month wise purchase is coming over here, and then again year wise and month wise data is appearing over here. So friends, year wise, month wise appearing over here. So for 2018, month wise data is there. For 2019, month wise data is there. So friends, it's a very simple command. Uh, you can uh, you can summarize your data month wise, year wise, quarter wise, just with the help of grouping. You can summarize your data itself. Now I wanted rate wise and month wise purchase value. I wanted rate wise, month wise purchase value. So friend, how I can derive rate wise, month wise purchase value? So let's move on to our uh, pivot table field. So what I will do friend, I will take rate again, rate, yeah. So I will put rate at the top, and I will place year over here, I will place date over here. So friends, now you see rate wise here year is coming over here. Here is 2018 and 2019, and then under the year month is appearing. So month is there, August, September, October, November, December. Over here for 2019, January, February, March. This purchase is coming automatically over here. So friends, till now if you have any query, please let me know, so that we can clear this, else some more complexity will come into picture. So again there will be some understanding issue, there may be. So just confirm if you are able to understand the all the characteristics and precautions for the pivot table, else we will repeat. Friend, just confirm by typing yes in the chat box. Okay, someone saying grouping is not happening. Very fine. So the repetition. Okay, very good. Grouping is not happening. Sumit, I'll cover your query at the end of the session. I think there is some error in the data field. You have to keep. You have to see whether the date is a system recognized or not. You have to check it first. How can I change the row level name in the first column? Can you, Rohit, can you just elaborate on it? So what you wanted to convey, I am not clear. Rohit, can you give one example of it? So let me, friends, again cover up this grouping part. Friends, I have mine at present. Now I have only a simple table rate wise, GST rate wise purchase value, right? Now I want this month wise purchase value, rate wise month wise purchase value. So what I'll do, I'll take the invoice date into this column label. So once I take this invoice into column label, since now this is appearing month wise, let me go to the grouping option. You click over any month, right click, and then go to group. So once you go to group, you will be able to see uh, that there are two options already under selection, this year and then this month. So so if I say select day and instead of month, so our automatically the initial data, like original data, will be appearing over here. Here the date format is something different. So let's change it. So here they are date wise, like 9th January kind of thing is appearing over here, and then month of April to December data is appearing. So it is appearing date wise data. So I wanted this data to be month wise and year wise. So what I will do, I will right click over any date and then go to group. Okay, Rohit, I'll come back to you. So friend, just go to grouping. You click over month and click over year. So so that I get year wise, month wise data. So now just click OK. So now you friend, after clicking OK, you will find that this year is appearing, and then this year in the first row is appearing. In the next row, month is appearing, and again that in the table, this rate is appearing, and in the field option, the value of the purchase is appearing. So friends, again you may also require that rate wise, month wise purchase value and the tax value. So if you want to put the tax value also against each and every month, so you can also do that, but the table will be much larger than the required one. So here what I can do, so on report filter, I'll come, we will cover this report filter also in the following class, maybe tomorrow. uh, Friends, now I want that all the GST amounts should also appear side by side of the purchase value month wise. So what I'll do, I'll take all these GST under the value field. So friends, here the table will be much larger than your expectation. So friends, now you see under August, this taxable value is appearing. IGST is appearing, then CGST is appearing, that is central tax, integrated tax, and SGST is appearing, and sum of total is appearing, sum of IGST, sum of CGST, and sum of SGST. So all these will appearing under the uh, month wise. Month wise, all this summation is appearing. So so you have to keep in mind that the table will be much larger than your expectation. So now the data handling will be up to you, and at the end of the table, so summation of uh, all the columns, that is summation of say purchase, IGST, CGST, SGST, all are appearing. Uh, so friends, like this, you can do this, but you can also make this table presentable. How you can make this table presentable? I'll just let you know. Let me first remove this all the GST value out of this. So now we have a small table. So friends, for utilizing this table for any manual operation, say manual alteration kind of thing, uh, you need to copy this data into a new worksheet. So how you can do this? Friends, for copying the data into new worksheet, uh, always keep in mind, don't select the entire pivot table. Don't select the entire pivot table uh, for copying the data into other sheet. Otherwise, what it will do, it will again create a pivot table uh, in the next worksheet. Let's see with the example. Say I have selected this. Now I have copied it. And if I want to paste in another sheet, what will happen? It will again create a pivot table over here. So friends, let's paste it over here. Once I paste over here, you just see all the characteristics, all the like details of pivot table is appearing over here. This pivot table field and this pivot table is appearing over. So what is the drawback of this? Friends, drawback of this is that I cannot change anything in the value field. I cannot change anything in the value field. Suppose I want to delete this, I cannot delete it. It will show you one error option. It will show you one error over here. Error is cannot change this part of the pivot table. Cannot change this part of the pivot table. So friends, you have to keep in mind that for copying the pivot table data, you need to do the selection and copy very carefully. So what kind of precautions I need to take for copying the data? Friends, I will select the data just by skipping one row. I will select the pivot table by skipping one row or any one column. So it's up to you only. So what kind of skipping you are doing? I am skipping only one row or one column itself. So now I have skipped the first row. I have skipped this first row and copied the entire data. So let's copy it and then paste in the next sheet. Now you see friends, all the characteristics, all the features of the pivot table are not appearing. All the features of the pivot table are not appearing. The pivot table field is also vanished. Only the data is appearing. So now you can change your data, change your headings. You can like merge sales for year wise. So you can do like this also, and just by creating a good border, you will be able to see this box. Now your friends see this data is perfectly designed, and as per your choice, as per your presentation, this you need to change the presentation. Now friends, again some blank cells are appearing. We have already covered how to fill up these blank cells with zero or dash. This will be again we have already covered under go to function. So by viewing our previous video, you can have the idea how to fill up all these blank cells at one go. So friends, again we have covered few more part. So let me have your message if you have any query. Shankar, no audio. I think I am audible to everyone. Uh, if I am not audible, just let me confirm by your yeses. Uh, okay, I'll repeat the grouping part again once again. Now I'm inserting the new table, right? I've selected this table. I'm repeating once again this. I've selected this table. Yeah, we have slicer also, but that is available in Office 2016 onward, Office 2016. But since I am using Office 2010, so that will be available. Slicers will be available in 2016 or 2019 kind of. So friends, if you are using that version of MS Office, definitely you can use slicers. So let me but just cover this part. If you are using 2010, so I will insert pivot table. Now in pivot table, I have taken rate under at row level. I am taking purchase in the field level. Now I want purchase month wise. How you can I have to put invoice date under row level. So friends, this is by default it is coming month wise. So since we have already used grouping option, so I'll go to group, and you see friends, by default it's coming a month and year. So if I select both month and year and I press OK, so after pressing OK, friends, you can have this year wise, month wise. From here to here, from column B to column F, year 2018 is there, and from column G to column I, 2019 is there. Let me just zoom it. 2019 is there, and then last column is the grand total. So and then here month wise appearing over here. So friends, pivot table allows you to change the heading. The pivot table allows you to edit the heading of the column. So suppose if I want to edit this, instead of August, I want to type say January, it will allow. Okay friend, but since this is the date format, but if it is text, it will allow, but the date is not being allowed. It is automatically creating August, because this is the conversion of date into that kind of thing. So if there is a text, then definitely it will allow. So friends, by this way you can do grouping. If any query till now to any friends, friends, slicers are available in Office 2016. So I don't have at present I am using 2010, so that is why slicer is not there. uh, on Google Sheet I will show you slicers tomorrow. Friends, if you have any query, just let me know, or else we will move on. Okay, fine friends. Sumit, I think there is some error in the data which you are using. The error may be because of the date format. You need to check the date format first. If it is date format perfectly appearing, then you just refresh the table, pivot table. If it is still not appearing, then the third option, that you create a new pivot table after converting the date format into system recognized date format. Then you will be able to hopefully you will be able to do the grouping. Yeah, please try. Date column is showing as a custom. How can we change the date from custom? uh, uh, you can change the date column by using text to column option. Just let me just show you in the table how you can convert the dates. You just select the date column. After selecting the date column, go to data, and then there is an option available, conversion to from text to column. Click over here, and here, after for converting the date into system recognized date, just click over yes, sorry, next, and then again next. After pressing next two times, in the table you will be finding here one date tab is there. You will find this date tab is there, and over here you have to click on this date tab. After clicking over here, you just select the existing format, the format in which date is appearing in your table. You just select whether it is appearing month, date, month, year, whatever format it is appearing. So you just select over here. Say now suppose it is appearing in DMY, date, month, year, and you click finish. After clicking finish, the system will convert the format of the date into system recognized date format. So by doing that, then you prepare your pivot table. Uh, I am sure that the grouping will happen perfectly. Friends, if you have any other query, just let me know, because our timer is has come up. Our meeting was just up to 6:30. So we'll cover the remaining part. We'll try to cover remaining part in the next class tomorrow. There are so many things to cover up in pivot table. So just stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Friends, everything, hope everything is fine. So we'll